Hello, I'm Dave Mack. Today's topic, while entertaining, is also the source of much of the public's negative attitude toward multi-level marketing. If you want to become really successful in building an MLM business, you'd better get this issue clearly in your mind so that you can deal with it when your prospects bring it up. And trust me, if they don't verbally bring up this issue, they will be thinking about it. Better to address this issue up front. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. So, what is this topic? Do the MLM bunnies really multiply? You know what I mean by the multiplying bunnies. It's the public's perception of the promise of an MLM business, often fostered by the presentation of network marketers who paint a glorious picture of wildly expanding downline organizations and a geometrically expanding income that could cause even George Lucas to salivate. It goes something like this. All you have to do is make a list of everyone you know. Choose your top 4 prospects. With great enthusiasm, share this exciting opportunity with them. They're going to love it. After all, who wouldn't love a company like yours? It's the greatest ground floor opportunity since the invention of beer. Teach these 4 friends to share this opportunity with their 4 best prospects, and those 16 reps will each share it with their 4 best prospects, and so on and so on. Soon you'll be sitting home watching the dollars flood your bank account while the troops run around doing all the work. Massive bonus checks are displayed, proving that this geometric expansion really occurs. You're told that it's caused by leverage. What's leverage? Archimedes once said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." You're only one person. There's only so much you can accomplish in your lifetime. However, you can leverage your talent by teaching others to do what you do. Your ability to teach is your lever. The more people you teach, the more your efforts get multiplied and thereby your income. Here's a true example. In the 1940s and 50s, Dick and Mac McDonald, the McDonald brothers, made a lot of money by making hamburgers at their hamburger stand in San Bernardino. In 1955, Ray Kroc made a lot more money by teaching thousands of others how to make those burgers. You see, Ray Kroc understood leverage. Who earns more? The guys with one hamburger stand or the guy with over 31,000 of them? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Once I was seated at a breakfast table with about a dozen network marketers. Everyone was listening with rapt attention to one of the ladies at the table, Mary, who earned a 6-figure income with the same MLM company I represent. The company had just released a groundbreaking skincare technology, and she explained that all you had to do was find one new customer each week to use this skincare system. She said that on average, 1 out of 4 customers would be so thrilled that they would agree to build a business. This means that each month you've got one new rep finding one new customer each week and one new rep each month, and so on and so on. Mary then explained that within 2 years, this geometric expansion would provide them with an income of about $35,000 per month. Not bad for 2 years' work. Later, in private, I spoke to my friend Mary. After the usual pleasantries, I said, "You know, Mary, what you told those people this morning at breakfast was a total lie." She looked at me shocked, and she said, "Dave, what do you mean?" I replied, "Well, the numbers you gave were grossly inflated." She said, "No, Dave, you're wrong. Those numbers are accurate. I ran them on my calculator." I said, "Mary, the problem is the world is not a calculator. That's not how the real world works. Would you like simple proof that business doesn't grow like that?" She said, "Yes." So I said, "Mary, you've been with our company much longer than I have, and you earn more than I do. In fact, you've been with the company for over 20 years, 10 times longer than the 2 years you mentioned at breakfast this morning. And yet even you don't earn $35,000 a month." She gulped and admitted I was right. You see, I knew that she earned about $12,000 a month, but that's a long way from $35,000 a month. I then asked her if she would like to know how to correct her numbers, so they would at least be close to accurate. Of course, she was now curious, so I told her what I shall now teach you in this and the next video. Your business will not grow just because you talk to your 4 best friends and they all joined your business to help you get rich. Now, I don't know your best friends, but I'm willing to bet that they are probably not sitting up at night dreaming of ways to help you get rich. However, if you've been around network marketing very long, you know people who earn very good incomes. Clearly, like Mary, these people have some superstars who help them leverage their time and talent. How did they find their superstars, and how did the bunnies multiply? In the Bible, Jesus tells this parable. Once there was a sower who went out to sow. As he sowed, some seed fell beside the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some seed fell on rocky soil, where it didn't have much earth. It sprang up at once because it didn't have depth of soil. But when the sun was high, it got scorched, and it withered because it didn't have any root. Other seed fell in among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it. And other seed fell into good soil and produced a crop, some 100 times over, some 60, some 30 times over. Jesus' parable of the sower illustrates precisely how your network marketing business will grow. The sower kept sowing seed. Nothing distracted him from his job. When the birds stole his seed, he did not chase the birds, but he kept sowing. When some of his seed appeared to be fruitful, but then became choked with the cares of this world, he expected it and kept sowing. Continued sowing eventually yields a crop 30 times, 60 times, 100 times over. You can lose a lot of seed along the way and still receive a bountiful crop. Keep sowing and your business will surely grow. My mentor Jim Rohn says, you must get good at one of two things, planting in the spring or begging in the fall. In future videos, I'm going to show you how to use the internet and social marketing to plant the seeds and harvest the crop. The days of cold calling and pestering your friends and family are over. The internet will certainly make your task easier and more fun than you think, but you still need to work at your business each day like a professional if you want professional results. In this video training, I merely wanted to warn you about explaining your company's comp plan as a geometric mathematical model. For the sake of the network marketing industry, your company's reputation, and most importantly of all, your reputation, stop telling prospects to go and find 4 people who will each go find 4 people who will yada yada yada. What you need is a realistic mathematical model based on your company's comp plan that you can show anyone, even a bank president or corporate CEO, and not get laughed out of their office. Jim Rohn said, if you share a good idea long enough, it will eventually fall on good people. The trick is, you'd best be sharing a good idea, not a ridiculous picture of wildly multiplying bunnies. You see, even if you use the internet to build your MLM business, you must still interact with people. To find leaders for your organization, you're still going to have to explain how wealth is built in your company and not sound like a fool before intelligent people. It is intelligent people you want to sponsor, right? We began this talk by asking, do the MLM bunnies really multiply? The short answer is yes, they do, but not the way most network marketers paint the picture when showing their company's compensation plan. So the more important question is, how do they multiply? In my next video, I'm going to give you the secret to how the bunnies multiply in any legitimate business. Remember Mary? She may not have been earning $35,000 a month, but she was earning $12,000 a month. Obviously, some bunnies multiplied for her. So next time, I'll finish my discussion with Mary as I explain to her how to correct her mathematical model so it would be realistic. Wouldn't it be great to be able to precisely explain to your prospects what you need to accomplish in order to become your company's next grand, high, exalted, mystic 5-star diamond coordinator? Stay tuned. Until next time, I'm Dave Mack, the Internet Marketing Man with a Hat.